How does it feel to be alive at this point of the season?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I was just super proud of the team on the weekend, and for our fans and the whole community to get behind us and keep us alive for another week is really exciting.
Have you had time to reflect upon what the turning point of that game?
I've had a bit of time to reflect. I felt like we just had to get that first goal under our belt, and then the momentum was going to come, and the crowd was getting behind us. So it took us a little while and a lot longer than we would have liked. But I think that was a big turning point, and I think the whole energy, the whole team lifted after that, and we were off and running.
Do you know why it took so long?
It's a good question. Credit to the Bulldogs, they came out really strong early. They hit us hard with their pressure and contest, and took us a little bit of time to match it. I think we fumbled a bit early and our basics were a bit off, and what you put that down to, I'm not sure, but we have really strong belief in our team that we can grind away and get ourselves back in the game, and we did that. Really
nice to know that you can overturn those slow starts. Do you think you can afford another slow start in this final series?
No, probably not. So, especially against a team like Collingwood, who have proven this year that they're really good in close games and they finish off games really strongly. They're a good running side, so it's not certainly something we want to rely on. So we'll be on from the go this week.
How valuable do you think that finals experience is going to be now for some of the guys who hadn't played in one before?
Yeah, really valuable. Certainly the loudest game I've ever played in front of, and it really affects you out there. You can't hear the umpires, you can't hear your teammates from 10 metres away, so that's really important to experience. And momentum swings, being down by 40 points and then getting a few goals on the board quickly, it's all good experience. So we'll have a bigger crowd again this week at MCG, and we'll only be better for it.
What are you expecting from the crowd?
That probably won't be the Purple Army. How are you going to go with that then?
Good. I think we've proven this year that we've played well away from home, and we can use our own energy to thrive on. In saying that, we've still had good support interstate this year, and I'm sure we'll have our cheer squad and probably a lot of neutral Victorian supporters our way this week. So,
On your season, mate, did you ever think it was going to be over when you hurt your back sort of midway through? Did you think it could have been season over?
Possibly. There was a fair few unknowns at the time. Not a lot of clarity on timeframes when I first did the injury. So, I'm just super proud and really thankful and grateful to our medical team and S&C staff for being able to get me back. We took a bit of a different strategy this time around with the injury, and it's paying off so far.
What have you done differently this time around?
I think it's just we took a bit more of an aggressive mindset in training and reloading the back, and a few risks that come with that, but it seems to have handled it pretty well.
Who drove that? Sam, the aggressive approach, is that something that you had to tick off on?
I think the whole medical team, myself, had good input into it, and I reflected on my experiences from 2020 when I missed the whole season with my back injury, and we've got a bit of personnel change in our medical team and our other staff, but Phil Merriman and Marshall Stockton, James Griss and our physios, and it was a collaborative effort, and we just decided with finals on the line and with where I'm at in my career and this year that wanted to take that risk and try and get back and play.
How did you prepare for the final just gone, and will you do anything differently ahead of this weekend?
Yeah, preparation's pretty similar, to be honest, to every other game during the season. There's a fair few more distractions throughout the week with people sending you messages of support and asking for tickets and all that sort of stuff, but you get all that sorted early and then really just focusing on the game. I try and actually not watch a lot of footy and try and get that balance away from the club and spend some time with my girlfriend and do some hobbies and all that sort of stuff just to keep my mind off it. But the preparation's pretty similar to normal, and this week will be the same.
You're going into the match against Collingwood, coming up a great win. They're having a really disappointing loss. Do you think that benefits you or them?
Are you talking about last time we played them?
No, going into this weekend. So they obviously had that
loss,
loss, and you had a great win. So how's that going to impact this week?
Yeah, look, I can't speak for them. I think for us, that's maybe 4 in a row now, and we've got some good momentum. But you have to treat every game the same, and it's 0-0 when the game starts, and yeah, we know we're in for a big battle and it's going to be tough. So we've got to be on from the start.
Do you feel a bit disappointed? Nat Fyfe has to watch from the sidelines and be your captain. How does he speak to you guys, and how do you guys feel about where he's at the moment?
Yeah, I'm really flat for him. It's super disappointing. He would love to be out there. He's got so much finals experience, and he's our skipper. He's our best leader. So yeah, really flat for him. But I've been really impressed with how he's been around the club. Really positive, getting around the guys, sharing his experiences. I think he sat in the box on the weekend, so he's supporting the coaches as well. And yeah, footy can be a brutal industry sometimes, and guys are unlucky to miss with injury. But I can't speak highly enough of him.
And just on Nathan O'Driscoll, how's he feeling?
I haven't spoken to him, to be honest. This is our first day at the club since the game, so I think he ran out the game pretty well, so I think he'll be okay.
How are you finding the pressure for spots in the forward line as well? There was obviously a few really big performers in the Waffle at the weekend, with Kavanagh coming back with a couple of goals, and Meek and Tracy and a few others. Sturt as well, 4 goals. Yeah,
I went down to Mandurah yesterday and watched the boys, and they put a really impressive performance in. Competition for spots is strong, which is really healthy. The forward line, probably out of all our lines, midfield and back, has been the one that's changed the most this year through injuries and form and whatnot. But it's good that they're banging down the door. It means us that are in the side, there's pressure to perform, and they're doing everything on their end. So it's up to the coaches to decide who they'll chuck in, but it's a really good sign.
Michael Walter was one of the few players with finals experience going into last week. How impressive was he, especially with some of his pressure acts off the ball and stuff like that?
Yeah, pretty inspirational to me personally. I thought he really helped us turn the game. Obviously he kicked 3-3 and hit the scoreboard, but his intensity and pressure really helped turn it. There was a couple moments where he put in some huge efforts and lifts the team. It's little moments like that which can lift everybody, and he really lifted on the weekend.
What sparked that forward pressure, Sam? It seemed to go to another level after quarter time and again after half time. Did you have a chat as a group? Or?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a little bit hard to measure. I felt like in many instances our forward pressure was on from the start, but it just becomes really hard to pressure when we're not winning clearance, we're not winning contested ball. If they're taking inset marks, you don't get that opportunity to pressure them hard. So I think when we started getting some field position, getting the ball to ground gave us the chance to really hunt them and harass them. And then, as I said, sometimes all it takes is 1 or 2 guys to really put in some huge efforts, and it lifts everybody else. But at quarter time, it was, don't get flustered. Scoreboard's against us, but let's just grind away. And the defensive pressure stuffs are things that we can control. Like missed set shots, or the amount of inside 50s we're getting can be a little bit out of control as a forward line. But that defensive pressure is just effort a lot of the time. A little bit of method, but it's largely effort. So we knew that we could bring that.
What did you think of the job Amos did?
What did I think of it? I thought he was really good, played his role, did what he needed to do. He's a really good presence up forward. He leads really hard at the ball, which is good for us, and he's got strong hands, and he's a reliable set shot. And you can tell by a guy in his second game missed that early shot, hit the post, but wasn't flustered, kicked the next 2, and I haven't seen too many guys be so calm and composed so early in their career, so it's a credit to him.
Just on Caleb Sarong, there seems to be no one at the moment who's hungrier than Caleb, and he keeps taking his game to another level. Do you guys feel that within the club? Yep,
absolutely feel that. He's one that's more passionate about the club than almost anybody else. He's a workhorse. He's got a fierce determination. He wants to win, and it's guys like that you need in your team. They have that competitive edge, and in games like on the weekend can help turn the game and lift when the intensity needs to go up and we need to start winning clearance and all that. So he's doing a fantastic job.
What did you make of the 58,000 fans that were there? How much of an impact did that have on the game?
Yeah, I think it had a big impact. Momentum, all it takes is 1 goal. The crowd gets up and about, and then you feel like you're flying. And they've been behind us all year. The crowd attendances this year have been really impressive amongst the competition, and really thankful that they came out again on the weekend. And I'm sure there'll be a bunch that get across to Melbourne next week, which is awesome. And I've been trying to just soak it in, on the weekend, the crowd, and after the game. It's a bit hard when you're in the moment and focusing on the game, but they're awesome. And they've stuck by us, since we came in '95, and hopefully we can get a few more wins for them.
What does it mean to you that they are, at the moment, there's a lot of fans frantically trying to get tickets any way they can, spending thousands of dollars to get over to Melbourne? What does that mean to you guys as the players?
Yeah, it means a lot. It shows their loyalty and their passion for the club, and as players and coaches, we try and give back, in our way by doing the best we can and trying to get a win on the weekend. So, it's a really nice feeling.
And you're worried it's going to be a very different crowd, Dockers to very hostile, probably Pies supporters. How do you manage that, going from one to the other? Yeah,
I think we just need to stay really connected as a unit, as a team out there. We need to be loud and bring the energy ourselves, and at the same time embrace the noise. And it might be against us, but we can use that as motivation. And I know Collingwood. I was a Collingwood fan growing up, so I know that they're pretty loud, and it's going to be hostile, but I'm pretty excited for it.
Just on the slow start today, I've been saying all year that you guys really need to work on that, and yet there hasn't been much improvement. So how are you going to turn that around in 1 week?
It's a good question. There's never one perfect answer or one perfect solution. We just need to make sure that we're on from the start, and it just comes back down to the basics and winning the contest. And I think we'll be better off from our experience last weekend with that sort of atmosphere and finals intensity, that we know what to expect this week. And nothing special that we need to change, but getting the basics right and making sure that we're on from the start.